Peace, what's good, y'all? I'm Hawaii Mike, and welcome. So, I did a 30-day challenge to rewire my brain by sitting still for 1 hour, no distractions, no cell phone, no music, no reading, nothing but just sitting still with my thoughts and allowing myself to just be. I found that I feel like my brain, my attention is on constant attack through technology, through stimulations of all sorts, and just media and information is just we're constantly being bombarded with. I find myself picking up my phone, not knowing why, or desk scrolling and things of that nature. And so I saw this practice and I was like, let me try this to see if I can reframe how I approach things and just be more conscious and aware. And so when I saw this challenge, I was reading over the benefits, which are increased self-awareness, reduced anxiety and stress levels, better emotional regulation, improved focus and productivity, enhanced creativity, increased emotional resilience, can also lower blood pressure and heart rate, stimulate brain growth, which was what I was really interested in, and improve sleep quality. So in the beginning, it was tough, very fidgety, uncomfortable, sore. My legs would fall asleep, constantly kind of like moving around, looking at things on the walls, looking at art. And, it was a lot of my mind would go to work, or it would, start making to-do lists. I couldn't just be there. I had to constantly do something to stimulate. And I don't know if it's the dopamine that we get from the stimulation or whatever's released, but I feel like there's like an addiction there that just needed to be addressed. And a lot of the thoughts in the beginning were about judgment, performance anxiety, again, to-do lists. My mind would just be racing. And then you get to thinking of like all the worst case. Oh, why am I sitting here? Oh, I'm doing nothing. You could be doing something else. You could be being productive right now. Oh, you have so much work to do. So a lot of those judgmental things would come up. And then by day 10, I started doing box breathing to just kind of center myself, bring myself back to my breath, and really be present in the moment. And once I started doing that, the idea of shedding and letting go, not being so or desiring control of the moment and just being, just sitting there. And so that's when prosperity and positivity, staying present with positive thoughts, being able to consciously reframe. And that is one of the main things that I took away from this practice is that it's not a fix. It helps us to realize and be more present so that in these moments we can understand what we're giving our attention to. Am I consciously doing this of my free will, or am I just automatically responding or reacting in a way? And it's the free will part. I feel like we're relinquishing, we're giving up our free will these days and just kind of going with the program or the algorithm. And I don't always necessarily mean the algorithm in our social media. It's an algorithm in how we kind of move as well, right? Because it's really about the rhythm. What we put out there, the energy we put out there is what we get back. And then awe started to drop in. I started to think about, the birds and nature and the planet and what are the things that I can be in awe of? What can I celebrate on a daily? What can I be appreciative of and have gratitude for just because? Not because it's a huge win, not because it's a huge success, but because I woke up today, because I have all of my faculties, because I have my health and I was able to work out, because I have a roof over my head, or because, I have this backyard and these beautiful birds are outside singing and these animals are just flying around. And it starts to make you think about just, again, the universe and how dope it is. And then things like tranquility started to come up. Patience is an action. So even that judgment of not doing anything, sometimes not doing anything is the action that's necessary that unlocks doors to new ways of thinking, doors to new ways of execution, to motivation. Um, and I started to really kind of relax into the moments. Then I added in microdosing. So on day 21, I added a psilocybin microdose. And we used to do these cruises. They were called flow private cruises. We would do them remotely during the pandemic, where we would microdose with groups of about 10 to 20 people. And it would be over a month's time. And the whole idea is to use the microdosing as like the trainer, right? The motivational support system to help you stay on track, to change the way and reframe your thoughts and thinking. Sometimes we get caught up in negative thought patterns, and we found that microdosing in a regimen can really help with that. So when I started adding the microdosing, it really put me into a zone. And what I started to realize is this is a place that I can always come back to. Not only is it a place that I can come back to, it's a place that I must come back to, that I must remember and practice how to remind myself until this muscle memory that I can come back to this space, I can come back to this reset, and that it's okay. And that gave me confidence, that gave me more gratitude. And now, with these thoughts, what I found is this can also bleed over. So just like meditation, that practice of meditation, being still, being calm, creating presence, this is another form of an active meditation, I guess, is what I kind of felt like. And that practice, again, is to help create the presence so that I can come back to this space. Anytime I feel reactionary, anytime I feel like I need to, or if I just pick up my phone and don't know why, I can question that. Right? So I may pick up the phone, but that didn't mean I actually opened the app or went down the rabbit hole. I'm able to catch it before. And another incredible thing that I noticed was I was much more present in my workouts, able to focus. Like I started getting in a half-hour workout, 20 to 30 more calories burned per workout, because now I'm actually focused on the movements instead of being distracted and thinking or trying to work and quote unquote multitasking. And so I felt that was great. And again, though, this isn't a fix. This isn't something where it's like, okay, I did this exercise and I'm good, I'm healed. No, it's not like a surgery. This is a practice that we incorporate. So may I do this once a week, twice a week? May well I do it when it's needed? I might do another week. But I think it's finding these and being intentional about it and creating gaps of space to fast from digital or physical stimulations in order to allow myself to just be. And it's fasting. Like I can fast from food on a regular, do a 24-hour water fast, do a 3 to 5 day water fast. And this allows my body to reset and my body to heal itself. So same thing, this is like fasting from this stimulation to allow your brain to reset, to recalibrate. And that's all it is. That's that neurogenesis, is being able to refocus where your energy goes, where your focus goes, because that's where your energy is going to flow, and that's what's going to create our realities. And yeah, so this is, I would suggest trying this if you are finding yourself, attached to your phones. Start slow. If you can't do an hour, do 15 minutes, do 20 minutes, do 30 minutes. Work up to it, build up to it, and just allow yourself to be. So, if you're new to this channel, I talk about life, I talk about health, whether mental, physical, spiritual, and I talk about hip hop and how they all kind of, in my life, have been there for me and have brought my kind of worlds together and all the people that I know. I try to use the art of celebration and the feeling of being in awe, just to be alive, and just continuously cultivate gratitude, happiness, and joy. If you like what we're doing, like what I'm doing, make sure you do what we need to do. Let's hit that subscribe button, notifications, so you don't miss any content. And I wish will see you soon. All right? Hit me up in the questions or shoot me a DM. Whatever questions you got, here to answer them. All right?